everybody, it's Star the Flippin Hippo. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel at Flippin Hippos. Today's June 3rd and it's a Monday, which means it's time for What Sold on eBay. I'm going to warn you ahead of time right now, guys. A lot of plush sold. I pulled up each and every single plush that sold this past week to show you guys. There is so much of it that I didn't really pull up a lot of other highlights to show you or billos. But there was a lot of plush, a lot of really high dollar plush. I certainly earned my title of Plushie Queen this week. But before we look at what sold, let's go ahead and take the walk through Instagram and look at the photos of the packages that we sent out all week. What you're looking at right now is what we sent out today. This was our weekend. We had 35 packages go out, 32 eBay sales, and 3 on Poshmark. This is amazing. Finally, we have had a really super good weekend. We came in over our 0.5% average sell-through rate. Our average sell-through rate of 0.5%. We fluctuate between 1,900 and 2,000 listings on eBay. So typically we would sell 9 or 10 items a day. So from Friday at 2 p.m., which is when we do our shipping cutoff, until Monday at 2 p.m., we would have 27 to 30. So we came in over that. This was so exciting. We worked really hard last week. We listed a lot. We did a lot to try to get our numbers back up and to get our sales to increase. And as you can see, hard work certainly does pay off. This is Tuesday. So for the Memorial Day weekend, where we had a 3-day weekend, we didn't ship until Tuesday. You can see that we only had 30 total go out. 27 eBay and 3 on Posh. That's really bad. That's where we should be at on a normal weekend. And we had a whole extra day to sell, and we kind of petered out there. But then this weekend we had a great weekend. It is the beauty of online sales. They are up and down all the time. Wednesday we had 6 items go out, 5 packages, 4 eBay sales, and we had 2 on the side sales. We sold 2 purses to our friend Heather at Heather's Menagerie. If you guys don't know her, she is on Instagram at Heather's Menagerie. And I came back to this picture to show you this hippo in the back here, little boner head. Her name is Hilda, and she is courtesy of Heather. Heather sent Hilda to us. And then had seen some purses in a haul video, so I cut her a really good deal and made a couple of sales on the side and shipped them off to her this week. And then Thursday and Friday, I did get photos, but I forgot to post them to Instagram. It happens. Thursday, this is what you're looking at here. We had 6 eBay and 1 Posh sale go out. And then on Friday, we had 7 eBay sales. So we had an overall good weekend. So we kind of bounced back after having a bad 3-day weekend. We put in the work, and our sales are coming back up, which, you know, is good. But that's kind of the thing about the online sales. There is a natural up and down rhythm. It is a roller coaster. Naturally, you're going to have lows and highs. But the harder you work at it, the more you're going to see your efforts pay out. All right, guys. I'm telling you, there's a ton of plush this week. I pulled them all up and realized how many there were. And I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of plush. So I've only got a couple of non-plush items to show you this week. But because I am the Plushie Queen, it is okay to have a plush-centric what sold video. These are all the plush that sold this week. Let's start with this one here. This is the Beanie Balls. It is Mike Lazowski from Monsters Inc. He was 50 cents at Goodwill, and he sold for $11. He shipped in a poly bag, first class. This is a Pokemon Nintendo Umbreon plush pocket monster. Isn't he cute? This one came from, I think it was Goodwill, for 50 cents. He had damage on his foot, even right there. You can see that. And even with the damage on his foot, I listed him at 14. So you guys, definitely Pokemon are a definite bolo, because even with damage, I was able to ask for 14. I did accept a best offer on him of 12, which is okay. I kind of went high even with the damage. This Pokemon Center brand is one of the ones you do want to look for. That and the Tomy. And be careful, make sure they are legitimate Pokemon Center, Tomy, Nintendo, because those, they do knock off the Nintendo characters a lot. So like I said, we paid 50 cents for him, and he shipped first class in a poly bag. This was a 50-cent TY Sparkle, Twilight Sparkle, My Little Pony. Whenever I see these TY Beanie Baby My Little Ponies for 50 cents, quarter, whatever, I start them around $12, $13. Sometimes I'll lot a couple up if I have one of the same pony that are slightly different or two different ponies. So this one was 50 cents. She sold for $13 and she shipped first class. This Groot hasn't been around for very long, you guys. He just showed up a couple of weeks ago in a haul video. He was 99 cents at the Goodwill. He sold for $14.06 and he shipped first class. Okay, this Bugs Bunny, y'all, he's the bane of my existence. He came from a church rummage sale last summer. And he's got so much going on here. He needs some dental work. He's got a lot of damage. And I knew that when I picked him up. But they only wanted 50 cents for him. But if I remember correctly, they had it, it was at the end of the summer. It's one of the churches that we go to their sales every year. And they have beginning and end of the summer. And we go both times, even though a lot of it at the end is repeat. But they're trying to get rid of stuff. So they had all their plush for 50 cents, but if you bought 2, you got 1 free, or you bought 3, you got 1 free. I don't remember exactly how many it was, but I had a whole bunch in my arms, and they're like, oh, you can pick 1 more out for free. So I picked up Bugs Bunny just because, even though he was damaged, I'm like, well, they said I could pick up any plush I wanted, 1 more for free, and he was so big, I thought, you know, even with his size and everything and all the damage going on, that he would sell. And then he came home and he sat around for almost a year before I even did anything with him, and finally got around to getting his photographs done and getting them listed. I mean, for free, I guess I would pick him up again. I just wish he was in a lot better shape. I did take a best offer of 14 on him over the weekend. I don't know. I felt like 14 was good. They paid for his shipping as well. We wrapped him up in some bubble wrap and a little bit of cardboard around his ears to protect him and put him in a big poly bag to ship him. He did go all the way to California. If I saw this in really great condition, I would definitely pick it up, even if I was paying a couple bucks. For free, I'd probably do it again. It just, I got it home and I'm like, oh, how are we going to ship this? And I just didn't feel like dealing with all the damage and how big he was. And he sat around forever. He was with that Scooby-Doo, if you guys remember the giant Scooby-Doo that recently sold. And I finally just bit the bullet and listed him. So he did sell for 14. He shipped in a poly bag, but priority mail. And they paid the shipping on him as well. And I guess he was free. You guys will remember this little cutie pie. She hasn't been around for very long. This is Faylene. We got her about 2 weeks ago at a community yard sale for $1. Many of you may remember the yard sale I said we went to. We were kind of disappointed. They had tons and tons of clothes and nothing else. And I came home with 3 plushies. She was one of them. I was definitely willing to pay $1 for her. She's Disney. She's Sega. She's so cute. Look at her with her little dots and her little flower. I listed her for $26. She sold in a week and a half, and she went for $26. And she shipped first class in a poly bag. The plush that I ship in poly bags, I typically do wrap in tissue paper. I want to add just to make it look nice and appealing to the buyer, with the exception of the Bugs Bunny because he was in bubble wrap and cardboard and stuff. Okay, guys, this is the first Lovey I ever picked up, and I learned about this in our Facebook group. And I did show this in a haul a couple weeks ago. I picked this lovey up. I think it was the same day I picked up the Pokemon. It was the same day I picked up the Groot. I had to go back. There's so many plush. I picked him up that same day, and I talked about him in the haul video in our Facebook group. If you're not a member, by the way, go ahead and join. Link to join is down below in the description box. A bunch of the gals in there were talking about these little blankets that have these plush heads, and they're called loveys. And they said they're a bolo. And sometimes you can find them in the plush, but most of the time you have to go over to the baby items to find them, which would explain why I had never encountered them before. But what was really weird was like a couple of days after this conversation in the Facebook group, I found this guy in him with the plush. I paid 50 cents for it, you guys. It sold in a couple of weeks for $36 full price and shipped first class. So these loveys are a definite bolo. I picked up a bunch more over the weekend, which I'll be showing you guys this week upcoming in a haul video. But they are just like little tiny baby blankets. They're wee little, and they have little plush heads. This one is so cute. And they're not very big, you can see. So these are a definite bolo. 50 cents into $36 in a couple of weeks. I'll take it any day of the week. Okay, guys, this is the coup de grace of the plush this week. This wolf came from a church rummage sale for $1. He was in the store for less than 3 weeks in our eBay store. So he was listed for less than 3 weeks. He was only 25 cents. And he sold for $56.25. I started him around $60. He was on our 25% off sale over the weekend. I'm okay with that. $56.25 is what this animal sold for. He did ship in a box. He had little wires in his ears that make them posable. And he's in really super nice, excellent, beautiful condition. So we, put him in a box. They paid a lot of money for him. And I didn't want the wires in his ears to get hurt. And he's in such good shape. This is a special edition Blizzard World of Warcraft plush. The animal's name is Snowfang. It's from the game World of Warcraft, from the Legion expansion. And it was a special plush. I'm not sure if it was dropped at the BlizzCon, which is the Blizzard conference they hold every year. Or sometimes when they drop new expansions for World of Warcraft, they'll have limited edition plush on their website that you can buy that match the pets your characters can get in the game. I did have a couple of these Frostwolf pups as pets when I played the Legion expansion with Keith. But I've never gone on the website and bought their limited edition plush, and we've never been to BlizzCon yet. I should say yet. We do want to get to a BlizzCon. It's on our bucket list. But these go for like hundreds of dollars when they're new. They come in a bag. They come with all kinds of goodies. Mine was pretty plain, so I started it at $60, and it sold a couple of weeks. So you guys keep your eyes out for those video game plush, because a lot of them like this are going to be your limited edition collector's items that the video game nerds are looking for. And I mean that with all respect, because Keith and I are video game nerds, more him than I. But yeah, when I saw this, I said, oh my gosh, it's one of those wolves from Legion. And it was only $1, because the people at the church probably have no idea what this is. It's just a wolf to them, or a dog probably. But yeah, that was my most exciting flip of the week, of the plush, of this year so far, I think. He's so cute. I wanted to keep him really badly, but for what he was worth, he went into the store. And that's all the plush this week. I did want to show you guys that another pair of jeans from a ThredUp rescue box sold. What the heck am I don't know how to take pictures, apparently. 2 years on eBay, and look at that. Whoops. But they sold anyway. I don't know what sometimes I look at the stuff I do even nowadays, and I'm like, call yourself a professional. Anyway, these were like $1.61 they averaged out to, with the other stuff in the box. They sold for the $28.94, and they shipped in a padded flat. And you could see they had damage. I showed you that. They had some scuffing and cuffing and stuff, and they still sold for that much. So Joe's Jeans is definitely a bolo. If you can have, obviously, bad. That's a bad picture. Wow, that's embarrassing. Do not do this, guys. Here, this will be your teachable moment of the week. If you have black jeans and your camera wants to blur them out. I have this problem with really, really dark wash jeans and black jeans, and I know better, and I know to fix them, but apparently this one slipped through the cracks. So that's your teachable moment. Don't take pictures like this. But even if you take a picture like this, and it has damage, and they're Joe's Jeans, they can sell for a pretty good amount of money. So they are definitely a bolo brand to look for. I don't really find them that often out in the wild. Most of the ones I've had came from ThredUp. And this shirt has no cost of goods for us. This was one of the items that we inherited from my friend's eBay inventory when she retired and donated her entire eBay inventory to us. We're still sorting through that, guys, a little bit at a time. This has been in the store for about 2-3 weeks. It is an official Elbico USPS postal uniform. Sold for $27.61. It sold for the full asking price of $27.61. It shipped first class. No cost of goods to us. I wanted to show this because last week, I believe it was, or the week before, I showed you the chef's coat that we picked up that we sold. These uniforms do really, really well, guys. If you find them in the wild for a couple bucks or less, pick them up. This one was new with tags, which made it a little more valuable, but the chef's coat was used. So like these, see how it says post office regulation, stuff like that, the chef's coats and other uniforms like the Dickies work shirts and stuff, pick them up, guys. They do sell. And this phase 10 game, I did show you guys in a haul video just a couple weeks ago. Picked it up at yard sales for a quarter. It did sell for $8. So the point with the phase 10s and the Unos and the Skippos and the other little decks of cards, they don't go for a lot of money, but they go really fast and they don't cost much. So if you find these types of things at yard sales for 50 cents for a quarter, go ahead and grab them. Most of them will sell between $8 and $12, and every single one we've ever picked up sold in under a month. So when you can turn a quarter, let's see, $88 minus your 15% is $1.20. I was doing math in my head. So that's $6.80, and then we paid 25 cents, $6.55 shipping. So like $3. We profited like $3. So this would be considered, what we would call a small. But the smalls add up, and if you have a lot of smalls, the smalls add up. And when you're turning a quarter into $3 in a couple of weeks, why not? It takes literal seconds to photograph it. Once you list one, you can save it as a template and keep listing off of there all summer long when you pick them up. These came from a yard sale last summer. In fact, guys, the red Pizza Hut cup you always see me drinking out of on live shows came from the same yard sale, same people. I picked up 3 of the red Pizza Hut cups and these Muppets glasses from them. Got a couple other things from those people too, but I just thought it was fun to tell you guys that I got the Pizza Hut cup and these at the same place. I want to say she charged me a quarter for each of these, maybe $1. They've been in the store for a while. Glassware like this is definitely worth picking up. I pay up to $1 a glass sometimes, depending on the restaurant it came from, the characters on them, if they're vintage. So, you know, I would pay up to $1 for these, I would say. But they are definitely a bolo. They are long tail, though. So they're going to set. They're going to be very slow. You're going to have patience, because you're waiting for the one person in the world who's willing to pay $15-20 for some glasses. These ones in particular, we accepted a best offer of $14.50, but they did pay for the shipping. But I've had Disney ones that have sold for a lot more than that. But you just have to be patient, because not everyone is looking for these, and not everyone is willing to pay that much money for some glasses. But they do sell. They are worth it. They are definitely a bolo, but they are one of those things that you're going to have to be super patient with and understand that they're long tail. That is the last of what I wanted to show you guys this week. Let me know down in the comments below how your week was. How were your sales this weekend? Were they good? Were they bad? Were they normal? Did you have anything sell that was super exciting? Did you find anything at yard sales that flipped really fast? How are things going? I just love to hear from you guys. You guys know that. Join our Facebook group if you haven't already. Link is in the description box. Please like this video before you leave. Give it the thumbs up. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We are at Flippin' Hippos across all social media. Until next time, you guys, go be productive, go make some money, and have a good night.